Hmm. Uh, Julieta, can you hear me? Heard something. Mustafa, what about you?
I'm fine. A little bit tired. Uh, End of the week, so not bad.
Okay, so you're a little bit tired, but you're doing
uh, Generally, Friday is boring and you know busy. Uh,
I guess that's good. Boring and easy. Can't complain too much. Um,
uh,
okay. And Alexi, welcome to class. Alexi, how are you doing?
Hello, Joshua. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And so, Julieta, what about you? Julieta, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, nice. How's it going?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Okay, nice. What did you do for the past hour? What have you done?
I just read and drink tea.
Okay, we'd say red, so it sounds like red.
I just read. Oh, can you repeat, please?
Yeah, so I read and drank tea.
Oh, tea.
Okay, good. And I guess what were you reading, Julieta?
I was reading about how to make um, a protector in a hotel.
How to make a protector in a hotel?
A staircase, ladder.
Okay, a protected staircase?
Yes.
Okay. Protected, like an emergency staircase or
Yeah.
protected?
Not like an emergency, but it's related to that.
All right. Okay, cool. And Alexi, what about you? What did you do today?
Mm, um, Today I worked and I've just had a lesson with Kendra for a previous hour.
Okay. Okay, nice. So you worked and you had a lesson with Kendra. Cool.
Oh,
And Shujat, welcome to class. Shujat, how are you doing?
Hi, thanks. Fine. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Shujat, I don't know if I've had you in class before. Where are you from, Shujat?
I'm from Pakistan.
From Pakistan. And all right, what do you like to do in your free time?
Free time, just surfing net. That's all.
Okay.
Watching movies and English series.
All right. Nice. That's definitely good things to do in your free time. Okay.
Yeah, right now the one with the name Arrow is my favorite.
The one with the name Arrow? Arrow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's an English series.
Yeah, it's about
And
Robin Hood, right?
uh, I don't know. I haven't
Okay.
heard about Robin Hood before.
Okay, Robin Hood's like a kind of legendary figure. I'm not really sure. I am probably wrong
Okay.
actually on that. Okay. Well, let's get started with.
Yeah, it's my first day on verbal.
Okay. Your first time on Verbling or your first time with me on Verbling?
Yeah, my first time.
Okay, well,
I
welcome.
have
It's
joined
awesome to
it
have
today.
you.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
and let's have Mustafa. Can you read the title and the next few lines?
Uh, job interview. Today we will learn job interview vocabulary. Practice the what's your weakness question form par anecdotes. Practice asking each other questions and hear each other suggestions.
Yeah, okay. And let's have Mustafa. Can you ask Julieta the first question?
I am asking to
Julieta.
Julieta, yes. If you had to ask an interview question to a potential employee, what question would you ask and why?
I will ask. Oops, there is an echo. I will ask the reason of his or her decision to apply to my interview.
Why?
Okay.
Why? Because it's I think it's a common icebreaker.
What kind of answer will be convenient for you?
I will appreciate a sincere answer.
Nice. Okay. So I would ask the reason. I would ask the reason for his or her decision to apply to my interview. Yeah, I would ask why she applied to or applied for the position. Maybe would be another way of saying it, but yours is good. Good grammar. Um, yeah, really nice job. Okay, Julieta, can you ask Alexi the next question?
Alexi, some question you never want someone to ask you in a job interview.
Okay. Uh, what do you expect? What do you expect? Mm, uh, at work in our company, to work in our company.
What do you expect to work in our company?
Yes.
Um,
But I think maybe I'm not correctly asked this question.
yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe what do you expect to do?
Yes, what do you expect to do in our company? And why you choose our company? Why did you choose our company? And
Okay. And why would you not want to have to answer those questions?
because I'm a little bit confused when the interviewer asked me this question. Asks me this question.
Okay. right, nice. I think that's good. And Ishmael, welcome to class. Ishmael, how are you doing?
I am doing well, thank you, Joshua. How are you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. And so let's have Alexi, can you ask Sujat? Actually, Sujat, how do you pronounce your name?
Shujat.
Shujat.
Shujat. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Alexi, can you ask Shujat the first question?
If you had to ask an interview question to a potential employee, what question would you ask? Why?
Okay. The question which I will be more interested in is why do you think that we should hire you? What are the potentials that you're having due to which we can hire you?
Okay, so the question I would be interested in asking would be, why should we hire you?
Why should we hire you? Means asking about his potentials.
Okay, so I would ask about his credentials.
Yeah, his credentials.
Good. Okay, I think that's solid. That's a good answer.
And experience as well.
Okay. Experience. Nice. Good answer. Okay, and does anybody have any questions about anything on this page?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Let's go to the next page, and let's have Mustafa. Can you read the words?
Formulated, qualifications, adaptable, personable, handle, fair, dependable, creative, logical.
Nice. Okay, yeah, really well done. Maybe a couple small things. Formulated. Can you repeat formulated?
Formulated.
Nice. And then adapt.
Adapt.
Good. And hi, Shadow. Welcome to class. Shadow, how are you doing?
Yeah, hello teacher, hello everybody. I'm doing great, thank you.
Nice. Okay, perfect. And does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
Joshua, if you will give a little bit explanation to the two words formulated and adapt.
Okay. So formulated. Who can explain what formulated means? Does anybody know?
Formulated is the way of the solutions, doing something way and process of doing something or solving some problems, the way, path of the way.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure if I heard you correctly. The way of solving something. So I guess you could formulate a plan that would solve a problem. So formulate is more like create or think of.
Means to come up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good way of putting it. To come up with. You formulate, you come up with.
And when you can develop all the details of plan for doing something.
Develop.
And
Exactly.
the second word, Joshua, adapt.
Yeah. Who can explain what adapt might mean? Does anyone know?
Experienced.
Expert.
Yeah. Skillful, expert. Yeah. Good. So somebody who's adept is oftentimes an expert or very skillful at something.
Okay.
Okay. And Matt,
And
welcome.
the fourth one, is it adoptable or adaptable?
Adaptable. Adaptable.
Okay.
And what do you think adaptable means, Shujat?
I really don't know. That's why I confused it with the word adoptable.
Okay. And so what's adaptable then? Does anybody know?
Is an adjective refers to adapt?
Easy changing. That you easy change your let's say your way of thinking and your way of behaving in with Joshua. What's the word in like with the the floor, like the live floor or something?
Okay.
With the
Changing,
floor?
No.
way of thinking.
I'm not sure, Matt.
So you changing, able to change your way of thinking or behaving in. Okay, I will I will translate the word from my language, and I will tell you.
I guess on the fly?
Yeah, on the fly, but in with events, like with events, and what we can put. What are the words? Like you can put way you think or behaving.
With changing circumstances?
Yep. Let's say in this way.
Changing circumstances.
According to the circumstances.
Yeah, according to the circumstances. Yeah, exactly.
Suitable
Okay.
for adoption.
Yeah, able to adapt. Adaptable. Able to adapt.
But you cannot define the word with the same word. You should use other words.
True.
That's the rule of thumb.
Exactly. It's a good rule of thumb too, Matt. And yeah, any other questions?
Yes, dependable. That's the meaning.
Who can explain what dependable means?
You cannot take a decision or you cannot make something without to ask someone or to get a permission or to ask an advice. Basically, you need the help in some way from a person, or you need approval of a
dependent.
person.
I think that's more dependent than dependable. So somebody who needs permission always is dependent.
You can believe and trust somebody.
Dependable, I think, means to rely upon someone else.
Yeah. I think reliable would be a better way of saying it. So somebody you can rely on. You're reliable. Trustworthy, as Shadow says, is another good way of saying it. So somebody who you can count on.
When you have confidence in him or her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah, when you have confidence in people, those people are usually dependable. Okay, any other questions here?
I am good.
Okay. Ishmael, can you read the comic?
Frankly, Mr. Daniels, if this were my resume, I would have lied.
Good. And so, Giulietta, can you tell us what's happening in this comic?
The employer is reading the resume of the person, and he thought is not good enough, so he suggests him in a cynical way to lie.
Maybe we could say cynically.
Cynically.
Yeah, cynically. You were right the first time. It's so we don't really pronounce that A, so it's just cynically. Okay. Yeah, so he's just suggesting cynically to lie. So he's saying that the resume isn't good enough and that the person should be lying. That's perfect. And so if there are no other questions here, let's go and read this. And let's start with Alexei. Can you read the title and the first paragraph?
Okay. Prepare for the what's your weakness question. Most people overthink this question and give a canned answer like I am too much of a perfectionist. Others give a genie answer but still fall short of what this question is really asking. It's not about admitting your weaknesses, it's about showing how you overcome them. What systems have you put in place? What progress have you made? Include those thoughts to strengthen your answer.
Good. That sounded really good. Maybe the first thing, genuine.
Genuine.
Yeah, genuine.
Yeah, and
Genuine.
Was there another question?
and yeah, we have a word in the first line, CANNED. I don't know how we can pronounce it.
Canned.
Canned, and what does it mean?
Okay. Can anybody explain what canned means?
Canned. Okay.
It's a closed answer, secret.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
example, we can give answer, but we couldn't explain genuinely what is going on.
I think that's a good interpretation. That a can is like that. That's what a can is. So if you give it a can
Yeah.
answer or a canned answer, it's a really common answer. It's not original. It's not like memorable. It's nothing special. And so, yeah, it also is kind of closed off. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a common answer.
Yeah, so because a can is like all other cans, no matter what's in it, it's pretty much presented in the same way, and it's not good or really meaningful. Would be a canned answer.
Means
So anything
like
that's canned is,
means like expected from everyone, right?
to some extent, yeah. It's just really common, and it's not a very good answer.
Okay.
Yeah, if you something's canned, generally it's a bad adjective to describe something. Okay, and let's have Shujat. Can you read the
Yes.
examples?
Yeah, example, weak. My weakness is that I struggle to run efficient meetings. And strong, I sometimes struggle to run efficient meetings, but I have worked to improve by drafting an agenda before every meeting, sending it to all participants, and then following up with a recap and clear action items so everyone knows what to do moving forward.
Okay, maybe participants.
Participants, yes.
Okay, good. Participants. And Shadow, can you explain why the first answer is weak? Why is that a weak answer, Shadow?
Maybe because he didn't continue the answer, that how can he solve this problem?
Okay, maybe because he didn't continue the answer to include how he could solve the problem. Good. I think that's a good point. And why do you think the second answer is stronger?
It's because he showed that his he can deal with this weakness, try to overcome of it by working on it.
Okay. Yeah, because he shows he can deal with his weakness and try to overcome it by working on it. I think that's awesome, Shadow. Good.
Thank you.
And let's, yeah.
Joshua,
Question.
the other thing in it is the word sometimes, which is making the difference, right?
Yeah,
Because
I think that helps.
in the weak answer, he is giving a full confirmation that he's not capable of running an efficient meeting, right?
I think that's a good part of it as well. Yeah. So in the first one, it's just, you know, I think struggle in itself is, it's not all the time, but it's like I struggle to do it. I have a hard time with it. Sometimes definitely makes it seem a little bit less common. So yeah, I think that's a good, strong part of it.
Okay.
On our new page. And let's have Mustafa. What's your weakness?
My weakness?
Yeah, Mustafa.
Yeah. I couldn't explain about my talents because sometimes if I have a good talent and my strong I couldn't explain my weaknesses. Sorry, just I confused.
I'm not sure. Which
it is hard to explain by myself. I am good in this way. I have good talents about this subject. It is hard to say, explain myself. It's a little bit. It is hard to give some words about myself.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think it's a difficult question too. Maybe Matt, can you try to explain what's your weakness?
Well, actually, I think I don't have weaknesses, so I'm easygoing. I'm adaptable person, and I love all the interesting stuff. Maybe difficult stuff, and I would take that as a challenge, and I would ask lots of questions, and only one, not weakness, but I would say that I am kind of perfectionist, so basically I like that everything would be ideal. What I mean that without mistakes or without in the best way, so basically I would try to do my best in everything. So would you hire me in your position, in your company?
I don't know, it depends. Let's ask Ishmael, what do you think? What do you think about that answer?
Josh, actually, I couldn't understand exactly.
Shadow had my answer.
Yeah, so Shadow, what do you think?
So funny. Actually, we we hire human that they make mistakes.
What?
I think that every human make mistakes, but you're special, so.
No, I make mistakes, but I try to do not make them, and I try to solve those mistakes.
Oh, is it okay? So of course, yeah, I'll hire you.
Everyone makes mistakes, and you make mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is good. I think that every human makes mistakes. I try not to make them, and I don't have any weaknesses. Were the only two small things that I saw, Matt, with you there. And again, I think that's a solid answer.
Okay, one of my weaknesses, so basically that's my English, because I speak with some mistakes, and I know that there are people that speaks better than me, that have a better accent than me, and know more words. So basically, as you hear my English, how it is. So that's my my level. You like that level, you don't like, but I know that it's not ideal English. So that's my
Nice.
weak point.
This is really good. Maybe, but now you can explain how you're taking classes to improve your English.
Yeah,
And you
I try
practice
to
all the
learn.
time.
I try to learn every word, every everything, expressions, and to forget those words that I learned like 1 month ago. So, and th sound I try to pronounce with the like with jh sound always. So.
Nice.
And I love the language. I love the language. That's the most important. I love this language, English. That's a very interesting language.
That's good. I think that's awesome. That's a much stronger answer. I think that's a really good one for anybody who's learning another language. I think one of my weaknesses is English. There are people who speak better, know more words, and I know that's not ideal, but I try to learn everything I can, try not to forget words, and I love it. That's awesome. I think that's a great answer, Matthew.
Thanks.
Ismail, what about you? What's your weakness?
Well, Joshua, my weakness is I cannot trust my coworker at work, and I always try to control them, and it takes a long time for me, and I sometimes have to stay at work late, and my family is not happy about this issue.
How are you trying to solve it?
I try to solve it. Actually, it is not a rational behavior for me. I accept this because everybody try to make their best at work.
Do their best.
Do their best, and it is not good to correct them or to control them. They are going to be not comfortable with my behavior, and I am not comfortable too, actually.
I'm not comfortable either.
I should give them a chance to make a mistake, maybe.
Maybe to make their own mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe it isn't good to, I think to correct them is fine. To control them, I think that's better. And they won't be comfortable with my behavior, and I'm not comfortable either. Or maybe they aren't comfortable. And can you repeat comfortable as well? Comfortable?
Comfortable. Comfortable.
Nice. And yeah, that's really nice. Does anybody else really want to explain their weakness? Does anybody think they have a really good one?
Yeah, I can state a few weaknesses of mine.
Good. Go for it.
Yeah, the first one is that I sometimes fail to present my skills in an attractive way. and the main reason behind that remains the communication skills, and the medium for which is English for most of the times.
I didn't hear the last sentence you said.
I said that the main reason behind that remains my communication skills, and that the medium of communication for most of the time stays English.
Is English. Okay. The medium of communication. Can you repeat medium?
Medium means the source.
The medium of communication is like the method of communication. It's the
Okay.
the thing that you communicate in. That's a hard one to explain. So you have different mediums in like graphic art. Different mediums would be like different things you draw with. A different medium in the art world could be like crayons, markers, pencils, and charcoal.
Yeah,
So
and
that'd
I
be
think
yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
I think for communication for communication the mediums which we can put into it are like telephone, cell phone, Skype, etc.
Yeah, definitely. That
Yeah.
definitely works.
All those things fall in the medium category, medium, right?
Yes. Those would be mediums of communication.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. The first one is... Okay, and how are you doing better? Like, how are you trying to fix this problem, Shujat?
Yeah, I'm trying to improve my communication skills by having discussion in English with my colleagues there in the office.
Nice.
And as you can see, I have joined Verbal as well.
Yeah.
Here I talk to other people through different communities, and will be attending the lectures the way
Nice.
I am attending one right now.
Good. Awesome. I
That's
mean, you're
not
in your job.
Is that lecture? Can you say that for this class lecture?
It's not quite a lecture.
Kind of
Yes.
weird
A lot of
to say.
people- Yeah, a lot of people do make a lecture synonymous with a class. So it
Mhm.
depends on who you're talking to, but usually a lecture is when someone talks at you.
Okay, and you're listening
you.
to him.
Yeah, and you listen. But yeah, maybe if I just read to you guys and told you what to do grammatically, that'd be more of a lecture. This would be more of a class.
This
That's
conversation. Can I ask Sujat? You said that you are trying to. You are speaking. Basically, you're speaking. You speak in your office with like coworkers. Are your coworkers native English speakers, or are they like second language speaker, second English speakers?
They are native language speakers, but some of them are really good in English.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
And
Thanks.
when you communicate with someone having better English skills, you can improve yours as well.
They believe me, they do make mistakes. I spoken with some non-native as me, and they speak much better. And they so basically I have learned English from Verbling, and I see their mistakes. They do make mistakes. Like native speakers would not do. Would not say, would not write something like that, but I see that, and I'm very like proud, happy that I see their mistakes.
That's always good.
What do they do? And I learned that on Verbling, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely. And let's look at this next page. I think Julieta's gone for a moment. Alexi, can you read this beginning part?
Okay. And brainstorm 3 bar anecdotes. Your interview is as memorable as the stories you share. Many people have a fascinating experience but forget them when they're on the spot. To remedy this, have free anecdotes ready to plug into your interview. Your anecdotes should follow a simple format.
Good. Okay, there's some difficult words here. The first one I saw was memorable.
Memorable. Yeah.
Memorable.
Good. Fascinating.
Fascinating.
Experiences.
Experiences.
Forget.
Forget.
Yeah, forget. Remedy.
Remedy.
And anecdotes.
Anecdotes.
Good. And, okay, let's have Shadow. Can you read the next part?
Yeah, sure. Problem, what was the situation? Action, what did you do to solve it? Result, what changed afterwards? With this format, you can adapt your PAR anecdote to fit a variety of questions, such as tell me about a time you worked with a team, or when have you struggled most?
Good. Variety.
Variety.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Variety of questions. But good. That sounded great. And let's go into this. Let's make up a situation for ourselves. And let's start with Shujat. Can you start out with a situation? Can you think of a situation? So that'd be the problem.
Situation. From our daily lives, right?
And it could be anything. You could make it up. So it could be something that's happened to you or just a new story.
Okay. Is it supposed to be one sentence or can be more than that?
It can be more than that.
I'm not coming up with any right now.
Okay. Shadow, can you think of any?
Like having an interview, for example?
An interview?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. The situation could take place in an interview. So this is usually a story that you tell in an interview, but you can tell a story about another interview where you had a problem. So what's the problem?
For example, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Matt, what do you think? Do you think of any problem that we could use? Something that's happened to you, or something that you just imagine?
Well, like what I would say in a job interview.
Yeah.
Like for example, about what? Give me a hint or something.
Okay,
About
so
what?
just really any problem situation that you had. Once I had a terrible coworker who always threw trash across the room, and
But
distracted.
that's not constructive to say something like that, because when you say I had a terrible coworker, that implies that you are part of that terrible coworker. So basically, you should be use more polite language. You should use more diplomatic. You should say, I had like a interesting coworker who always threw trash, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Or even just not using an adjective. I had a
Yeah.
coworker who always threw trash across the room and distracted people. But that would be an example of a problem that you could have. And you're probably right. You don't want to say your coworker was terrible. Be a little bit more diplomatic.
Yeah. So
So another one.
I would say
Yeah.
that I had like a deadline when we should have meet that deadline, and we had a lot of work, and I knew that that's not realistic to meet that deadline, and I said, guys, we need to postpone our deadline. That's all. And I stood my opinion. What would they say? I
stood by my opinion.
What do you mean? I spoke out, or what? Like I said what I think, or
Yeah.
so. In order to have like all work done and to have high quality work, like I did that. I said like what's realistic. That was the problem and the solution.
Yeah. I spoke up, and we changed the deadline, and everything worked out well. Okay. I think that's good. Nice job, Matt. Let's have Ishmael. Can you think of a different problem situation? What's another problem situation?
Joshua, at work environment or on the interview?
Yeah, at work. At work in the past. So again, we're trying to make.
When I executed a simulator acceptance test, there was a inappropriate article on the acceptance test, and the contractor didn't want to accept this because it creates a lot of work to do for the contractor. The simulator didn't behave like a helicopter in a flight passage in an emergency situation. And what I did, I got a film which was taken out during the flight in a helicopter. I showed the film to the contractor, and he should accept the fail part of the test after seeing this film. And
he did accept?
Yes.
Okay, he accepted the test after. Okay.
Seeing the film, and they were going to change the aerodynamic software of the simulator. Aerodynamic software of the simulator.
Okay. So you had a client who didn't want to buy a faulty product, and then you showed him proof that the product wasn't faulty, or maybe not completely faulty, and the contractor then accepted the simulator?
No, actually, they accepted the faulty situation or faulty issue.
They accepted the faulty issue?
Yes. Before they didn't accept inappropriate article of the simulator, and they thought that the helicopter fly like simulator, but after I get taken a film during the flight in a helicopter, they accepted their faults.
Okay. Okay, cool. I think that's good. All right. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here? All right. Let's go to the next page. And goodbye, Alexi. All right. Julieta, are you back yet? Maybe not. Okay. Let's start with Shadow. Can you read the comic?
Yes. It would start with 5 minutes peeling lime from dryer traps, followed by an hour pressing light handle lightsaber handle against things and switching it on. Then I'd retire to a life of luxury. Shall I read the 2 lines under the picture?
Yeah.
When people ask me to describe my dream job, I'm never sure how realistic to be.
Good. And so only a couple small things. Lint.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking slime.
No, don't worry. It's okay. And then pressing.
Pressing.
Lightsaber.
Where is it?
Lightsaber?
Yes. Oh, lightsaber, yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody know what a lightsaber is?
No?
So it's a Star Wars sword. Kind of like a laser. Does that make sense? Are you familiar with Star Wars?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the sword in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'd. Can you also repeat I'd?
I'd.
Perfect. Good. And that was really good. Who can explain this? Maybe Matt. What's happening here?
What's peeling?
Peeling.
Peeling the lint.
Okay, so when you peel lint, it's just like pulling it off. A dryer trap is the thing that collects lint from your clothes when you put them in the dryer. So this is an image of a dryer trap. So that's taking the lint off of the dryer trap. So you're peeling the lint from it. Okay?
Then I'd retire to a life for a luxury. Oh, I don't know what's the comic about. maybe someone else.
Okay. It's a tricky one. So Ismail or Shadow, do either of you think you understand this?
I couldn't understand either, Josh.
Okay. So I think the most important part is down at the bottom. So when people ask me to describe my dream job, I'm never sure how realistic to be. It's like, what's your dream job? What's your dream job would be the question. But the idea of dream job means it's fantastical. He is saying that he always wants to have a more fantastic job than is really possible. So his job would be turning, like peeling lint from a dryer trap for 5 minutes, and then pressing a lightsaber against things and switching it on, which is just pretty much destroying things, before retiring to a life of luxury. So this is not a possible job. Like, in no world is that job real. Unreal job. But it would be nice. So you could also say, you know, I want to move to the Caribbean and be paid to, you know, sit on the beach and watch people surf all day. That could be a dream job. But it probably wouldn't happen. It's very unlikely. Does that make sense, Matt, Shadow, and Ishmael?
Yep. So basically, it's an easy job, like that peeling, yeah?
Yeah, peeling lint from a dryer trap,
Yeah.
which is probably, yeah, it's rewarding in some way for him, and also destroying things with a lightsaber.
Yeah. So, well, I would not say something like that on a job interview.
Probably not. That's a good call. Yeah. And so I guess it begs the question is, how honest do you think you should be during a job interview? But unfortunately, we're just out of time. Does anyone have any last questions or anything that they'd like to say before we finish up here?
Yes. I think that when you find your a job that you really like, you would be motivated and you would say everything you you want to do and what you did, and honestly, just to get a job if you find really a job that you like. But when you are not motivated, when you go to a job and you think, okay, I would work here like for 3 months or 6 months, and after that I would go in another company. But because of that, you are saying like stupid things on the interview.
Yeah.
Job interview.
Okay. So if you don't really care about the job, you might end up saying things that don't help you get the job.
And the thing is that there are not so many job and companies that provide a good job, interesting job, and with good payment. There are not so many. Basically, the 90% of jobs are trash. You should work like a horse, and they pay you nothing, and so basically, it doesn't worth to work in those companies. But there are some pretty good companies. They are multinational like companies. They have good, what do they have good?
Good pay, good benefits.
But all in all, how do you say to all of those things? Good conditions, yeah.
Yeah, they have good conditions for sure. Okay, yeah, nice. And so again, unfortunately, we're out of time. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
Don't settle. Don't settle. Search for the best. That's Steve Jobs, I think, said. So that's a quote for you. Don't settle for something average. Search for the best.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, again, thanks, guys, and have a really good day.
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.